We have Steve Merrill here from wagertalk.com to break down the marquee matchup of the weekend. We have Georgia at plus 4.5 against Texas on 7:30 on ABC. What is your thoughts on this heavyweight matchup?
Yeah, it's always interesting to look back at what the original lines were. We talk about the opening lines. Most books put a line up last Sunday after the games were finished on Saturday, but some sports books, including Circa and Las Vegas, had lines back up this summer as early as June for some huge look-ahead games, and this obviously would qualify. In fact, back in June, Circa had Georgia as a 2-point road favorite in this game. Now Texas is a 4.5-point, even 5 in some locations now, 5-point favorite. And believe it or not, I don't think it's high enough. My database simulation, 10,000 games simulated here, has Texas winning by over 12 points on average. So there is line value with Texas here. Now, I'm not going to jump in and say this line should be 12. I don't think it should be. And we do have to be careful at this point in the season because some of those easy favorites plays that I used in September that got me off to a monster start. By the way, we're 10-3 over the past month on best bets in college football at Wager Talk. So I've been seeing it well, ranked number 1 this season. But the line value is still with Texas, and Georgia has shown some concerns this year. You look at that game against Kentucky earlier this season. They were lucky to get out with a win. The high-scoring loss against Alabama, which was not even as close as the final score. They were down by several touchdowns early in that game, gave up over 500 points. So it doesn't look like Georgia's quite as strong this year as they've been in years past. And meanwhile, Texas does currently look like the most dominant team in the country. And yes, I'm not in a hurry to lay points against Georgia. We never see them as a dog. And the look-ahead line was 2 this summer. But once again, my projection has a 12-point Texas win. So even at minus 4.5, 5, I think Texas is still the play.
Absolutely. All right, so we have Steve Merrill here with expert analysis. You can find him at dailywager.com to get Steve's best bets. Take a look, get the analysis. You will get winners from Steve. He's obviously one of the best in the game. You can also find Mark Rogers and Steve Merrill's takes at Mark Rogers Patreon and the premium membership tier at Voice of College Football Bets on YouTube. If you want to become a winner, these are the guys to follow.
College football is even more exciting with some action on the line. And the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Let's start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread. I've got a 40-year track record. In fact, in 2023, at $100 played per game, you would have netted over $9,300. And guess what? I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill, our ace in the hole, show stopper from Wager Talk. 6 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick, which went 21-5 against the spread the last 2 seasons. I repeat, 21-5 against the spread. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Steve Deace and Matt Zemek. Become a YouTube channel member or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2024 a winner now.